If you're anything like me, you look away when a woman meets your eyes, and you have to ask your girlfriend what she wants to do before you even know what you want. There's this fear keeping you from being open with women, but you're not sure why. A few weeks ago, I made a video about how women are attracted to a man who's decisive, and the video didn't really get any kind of response, no likes or dislikes. And at first, I didn't really understand why, until I got this comment. The problem is that being decisive can get you into real trouble, especially when it comes to initiating kissing or sex. And then it was obvious to me. This insightful comment pointed out that it's not that men don't know that being decisive with women is attractive, it's that we're afraid to be decisive with women because we fear the consequences. But that fear isn't just costing you a kiss or a date, it's costing you the life you actually want. Welcome to the channel, I'm Eric. Managing your emotions can be one of the hardest things you can do, and no one in our culture teaches us how to do this anymore. Introspection isn't a skill that's really taught, which is why I have made a guide about introspection. It goes over what emotions are, how you can manage these emotions, and the benefit that you can gain from understanding your emotions, as well as some techniques of how to go about this. I'm almost done with my guide, but if you go to my website and sign up to my email list, you will hear about when it comes out. Also, if you want to see more content like this, be sure to subscribe. Now back to the video. We know that women like a decisive man, but we also know that women will condemn us at the drop of a hat. Or worse, we'll end up on the sex offenders list and our whole life will be ruined. Back in high school, I had a friend named Mason who, when he dumped this girlfriend that he had, she decided to get her revenge on him by claiming that he had raped her. The messed up thing is we know that it was made up because she told everyone. She was bragging about it. I remember distinctly her laughing in the hallway with her friends, telling everybody, oh yeah, I just made it up. This ended up going to court and he was put on the list and I never saw him again. He didn't finish high school, and the last thing I heard of him was that he was an alcoholic working at a gas station. His life was totally ruined. If you live in a world where the whims of a woman can destroy you at any moment without reason or cause, then yeah, you're gonna be terrified to do anything around a woman without making sure she is absolutely okay with it. Now, this fear we have doesn't come from individual women necessarily, but from the culture at large. We've grown up in a world that views men as inherently evil. Whole cultural movements are telling us that we are grapists by nature, from feminism to the Me Too movement to the whole It's On Us campaign. We're taught that flirting is creepy or even borderline assault. Even looking at a woman is considered wrong today. We're taught explicitly that seeing a woman in a sexual way is wrong because you're sexualizing her. You can't even open the door for a woman without being chastised. We've been raised in a world that demonizes you for your sexual desires, for your very nature, for your very existence. You're made to feel like a monster for liking women. I mean, if you're terrified to look a woman in the eyes out of fear of moral condemnation, then yeah, it's no wonder that men are terrified to have any kind of level of decisiveness around women. You're gonna want her absolute, full, clear approval before you do anything. The tragedy here is that this fear doesn't just keep us from kissing our girlfriend when we want to, it keeps us from ever connecting with her on a real level. When you're constantly walking on eggshells, afraid to take any step forward, afraid to let her know that you've seen her in a sexual way, you're not going to be present with her. You're not going to be present in the relationship. Relationships become about avoiding moral condemnation from your own girlfriend and trying to placate her capricious emotions. This fear doesn't just affect our attractiveness. What it does is it destroys our very ability to enjoy a relationship at all, or to even get in one to begin with. The crazy thing is dating is supposed to be fun, but because of what everyone's been taught today, it's just a nightmare. Ultimately, we as men of the West feel like we cannot share or act on what we want. The culture is trying to get you to feel guilty for feeling what you feel, for wanting what you want, for all the natural human experiences like feeling attraction. Instead of feeling free to express attraction, instead of feeling like it's a fun, light, beautiful thing, we live in a culture that makes us feel low, dirty, vile, and evil for experiencing those feelings. This is one of the biggest evils of the modern culture. They want you to feel guilty for wanting what you want. And that is what this fear is. That fear of being decisive with women is our culture's hold on you, trying to keep you from living the life you want to live. Embrace what you want, not out of defiance of others, but out of respect for yourself. Rather than letting that fear keep you from getting into a relationship, or keep you from being fully open and present in a relationship, let go of that fear. Let go of this idea that you are doing something wrong for finding a woman attractive. Let go of this fear that's telling you that you're evil for being a man, and try acting on and expressing what it is that you're feeling and what it is that you're wanting. Next time you make eye contact with a woman, rather than looking away and like you've been caught doing something wrong or you're guilty of something, make that eye contact with her, hold that eye contact, and give her a smile. If she looks away or makes some sort of awful face at you, rather than letting this have power over you, rather than letting this make you feel like you're the creep, instead think of it like this: now you know she's not worth asking out. So long as we give credence to this idea that sex is low and dirty, and that men are evil and gross, we're going to have this fear of women. Those who condemn you for liking women only have this power over you so long as you accept this premise. And this fear is going to keep you from ever finding a woman who does actually like and respect you, because it's going to feel like the whole world, all women out there, are out to get you, and that's not true. There are good women out there. I know it doesn't feel like it, but a big part of what it means to embrace what you want means to create the circumstances to get what you want. If you want to be dating good women, you need to make sure that you're creating the circumstances that will allow you to meet one. But when you let this fear keep you from pursuing women, you're not just avoiding the rejection and the condemnation, you're guaranteeing that you're not going to meet any good women. When you meet a woman and you're expecting her to condemn you or to see you as a creep, you're only going to guarantee that she's going to have that kind of reaction. Think of it from her perspective. She's been raised being told the exact same things as we have. If she's expecting you to be a creep, to be a monster, to only want to use her, how do you think you're going to respond? You're going to think, oh great, yet another woman who thinks I'm a creep. You're going to pick up on how she views you. And the same thing goes for the other way around. When we meet a woman and we're expecting her to be horrible, she's going to pick up on that. We bring our own expectations to our encounters, which is why it's so important when you meet someone to expect them to be worth meeting. Let them prove otherwise. When you meet a woman, bring your best, smile, be pleasant, and if she's horrible to you, just cut it off right there. You now know that she's not worth meeting, but let her prove that to you. Hearing a woman's decline of our advances can sometimes feel like that same condemnation that we're expecting. So just keep in mind that there's a huge difference between a woman saying, no thank you, or not right now, versus you're evil for wanting that, or get away, you disgusting animal. If you initiate sex with your girlfriend and she says, not right now, because we're in this healing state, it can feel like a rejection or even condemnation. And this can lead us to feel attacked and get defensive and angry, but that's not fair to her. So keep an eye out for that as you start to express what it is that you want. Look, I know it can be scary as hell. You can feel like you're actually going to be burned at the stake for looking at a woman. But so long as we let that fear keep us from going after what we want, we're letting all those who condemn us for being a natural human being win. Don't let them win. Don't let them keep you from your life. And if you're worried about feeling like one man against the world, this is how the world changes. It comes from people like me and you saying, I've had enough. And we change how we think and we live, and we say, I don't care. I don't care if the whole world condemns me. I'm going to live the way I think is good. So long as you don't accept that you're evil for being a man, they don't win. Don't worry about the women who hate themselves and hate you. Find a woman who loves being a woman and who loves your nature and loves the dynamic between men and women. Well, I hope you got something out of the video. I just want to make a quick thank you to Fuzzy Panda 1684 for making that comment. That was helpful. If you liked the video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more content like it. Also, just to remind you again, I am almost done with this introspection guide. It's about 50 pages, maybe more. It goes super in depth into what emotions are, how to introspect, and tons of methods for you to start getting to know your emotional landscape. So if you're at all interested, check out the link in the description below and sign up to the email list so you can hear when it comes out, or subscribe to the channel and I'll probably talk about it in another video. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you next time.